everyone, welcome back to our exciting episode of Tech Productions. Today, back up once again by Jimmy and Jake.
Nah. What's going on, y'all?
And we teased it on Sunday, if you happen to check out our weekly update episode, that of the three of us, one of us brought a deck that wasn't from the new set, and that was Jake. Jake is bringing us Red Syn Shenron, and Jimmy is bringing us... Jimmy is bringing us Son Gohan. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, there's buttons. Click them.
You good, bro?
Too many words at the same time.
Why are you doing the YouTube voice?
Because it annoys you.
Is it chronic?
I know why you brought Sid. You want to tell the people at home why you brought Sid?
Because I figured this event would kind of be Battle of the Fast Boys, considering Gohan is a really fast deck, and I figured that Syn, the way I was planning to build it, might just be one turn faster than Gohan. So I was hoping that, and I got really lucky with no balls in life. So, just hoping that I could apply pressure quickly enough to kill Gohan before Gohan can kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of sideboard tech in this version as well, specifically to play against Gohan.
So this is round 3. This is our finals. And I think before you guys start, you're like, man, I just sided out the cards that I needed. You said, I sided out the cards I needed for Gohan. I put them back in my sideboard, and now I got to redo it again?
I do remember this conversation. And then Jake goes, just so you know, I'm siding out my secret rare in this matchup. And I was like, okay, like, I'm cool with that. And he flips it over. And Jake, why don't you just tell him what it was?
It was Army Reborn. There's no way on God's green earth this game is going to turn 5. So I might as well just take it out of the deck.
And I was like, that's a very good point. And still, during this match, at one point, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm sitting there like running through the cards with my thumb, and I'm just like, what secret rare would he run in this list? And I'm like racking my brain, and eventually I go, oh shit, he sided it out. It doesn't matter. I could not remember. I was like, does he run like Blue Vegeta? Like, what else does he run? I was like, what could he run? So I was reading the Raditz. I couldn't remember if it was just non-awakened skill or if it was non-leader card skill, which is just non-awakened. So it does affect the Gohan restand.
Yeah, and this is one of those sideboard pieces we were talking about. I think I'm just about to, cast another one. So I ended up drawing into multiple.
Is that the warp one? The warp 5 cards?
No, this is if your opponent restands an energy during their turn using a non-awakened skill, you choose one of their energy and send it to the drop area. Presumably the one that they restood.
Before, Sitsubee, that was a really strong card. Now it's really just good against this deck. And Soul Striker.
Yeah. There's a couple blue decks and even I think it's mostly just blue that can restand energy inside of its own turn. But the fact that it just draws you a card when it comes in mean its impact on your deck is so light that even if it forces your opponent to miss one restand throughout the course of the game, it's probably worth it.
I mean, it was definitely something to think about. It was relevant that it was on the board. We did discuss after the game about how impactful it was, and I felt like when you tapped that one energy and I seen Raditz come down, it was more of a sigh of relief that it wasn't Dread Destroyer. Which I don't know if you had a Dread Destroyer at the time, if that was just your best play, but in the matchup, when I seen Raditz come down, I was like, okay, that's minorly annoying, but at least I'm not getting double strike to death.
At this point, I felt like I couldn't get full value out of Dread Destroyer because you only had one energy, so I couldn't really pop the Nova and get the draw card off of the Nova coming back into play.
Yeah.
So my hope was just to keep it on board for a turn and get full value out of it later.
Mm. So it did kind of neuter this turn a little bit because you can do a lot on turn 2 with this deck. And like there, I chose not to restand the energy off of Z charging because normally you could combo with the Gohan. Gohan will go to the drop area and trigger. You could Z charge your Goku Vegeta, restand energy, or you could do it the other way around, like depending on autos. So I could have essentially played that Gohan for free, and it did shun me out of that, which was again a little bit annoying. But I was still able to get value out of Gohan of just being able to say, "Hey, you're floodgated now, homie." That Gohan is really good, like really, really good.
The floodgate, yeah.
Yeah.
Against some decks, it's pretty much your turn's over because you don't play any 2-drops. But that was another reason I wanted to play Syn, because it plays 8 2-drops. That floodgate is like more of an annoyance than a death sentence. So it was just another reason to lean into Syn going into this event.
Yeah, we both just playing annoying ass cards. But my idea with cracking the Gohan is it's going to punish you for doing something at least. I felt like if you wanted to get full value and really pressure me down, you're going to have to remove your Raditz, which I'm sure you don't want to do. You want to keep me under the Raditz lock. But it surprised me here that you just went with the Dread Swing and chose to drop your Nova Shenron, which was actually really smart.
Yeah, at this point, I had already got the effect off of it earlier in the turn when I killed your Z card.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the Raditz is a little bit higher value, and you don't have any battle cards for me to like minus anyway off of the Dread Destroyer, so there's no point really in when worrying about it.
Mm-hmm. I didn't want to take a lot of life here. It did feel bad having to burn these super combos like this. But it did allow me to put out my big boy Gohan Piccolo, which did feel nice. But this was one of the few situations where dumping the hand like that did feel a little bad.
And I think you're at 4 here.
Yes.
Yeah. So not too big of a life differential, but I think at this point I'm starting to build a little bit of hand advantage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had a grip of cards in hand at this point. Protector's so annoying.
Yeah, this is actually a main deck card for me now that Violent Rays is gone. I have an extra copy in the board, but I think just the way that the format is, like, small guys spammy right now, I think Protector just is a solid card that any deck can play.
I played 2 at the side this week as well, and I sided it against this, Gohan just because of that purpose.
Mm-hmm. Piccolo the Infiltrator, this card is just, I think it's a blue staple now. 2 energy, you either get a dual attack barrier or you get to play a Glimpse of Talent Pan, which is just a draw 1. And it's a barrier 1-drop, so it'll stick on the board and you can combo it off. It does have an activate main to give it to your opponent, but you only want to do that if you have the 4-drop Gohan, which is a 19k dual attacker that will pop something on the field. But I think you just run a 1-up Pan and then play it if you need to draw off the Piccolo. Otherwise, you just get a 20k dual attack barrier. Like, pretty solid for 2 energy. Also has a secondary effect that you can just pitch him to play the Pan. I don't think that's very good.
It's a very niche effect, but the fact that it doesn't cost energy means that you could dig a card deeper in your deck for 1 just by hard casting the
Well,
pan.
it does cost 1 blue. In Gohan, you can just untap that energy for nothing. But I'd rather just spend the 2 energy and boredom, and you still get the pan effect if you really need it.
Yeah, if you have it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pushing all of these battle card swings. I don't want to swing battle cards into your leader because you're just going to get 5k boost and you're just going to out combo with me without comboing. So I'm putting all of these swings into Dread Destroyer. Just trying to get rid of them in some fashion. I choose to remove the Raditz, which may have been a mistake here. I should have just straight removed the Dread Destroyer because, like I said, the Raditz was just a minor annoyance where this Dread Destroyer was a much bigger deal. And that 1 energy that I would get off of restanding, which I don't even get to do here, would not have done as much for me as just getting rid of that Dread Destroyer altogether.
Yeah, for those that didn't understand what's going on, that 4-drop is dual attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And rather than blocking the second swing with the token from testing the opposition, I just went ahead and negated with another Protector the People to keep him from getting into a space where he can Z-charge and restand now that Raditz is off the table during his turn.
Mm-hmm.
It won't matter once it goes back to my turn because Raditz's effect is turned off anyway, so it's better to just spin the negate now and then try and close things up.
Mm-hmm. Like, in all honesty, what I should have done is just drop the Gohan, blink the Dread Destroyer, and then just left Gohan standing as a combo piece. But I flew a little too close to the sun, removed the Raditz, and now I basically lost all value out of this Gohan, and I still have to deal with this damn Dread Destroyer.
Maybe I should have spent my token to get it up to 25 there to make you use more than a super combo looking back, but I'm happy that I got to keep it, and I'm happy that I'm in Z Awaken range now.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm still at 4 life here, but I know you're going to start triple striking me soon, and I'd like to be able to eat at least 1 triple strike and keep enough in my hand. So all of these big double strike swings was really pressuring me. And then you pissed me off by turning that pan sideways.
Yeah, earlier in the turn, I shrunk this guy down to a 4K and then just went ahead and tried to make some use out of this pan.
I was so upset. I mean, I gave it to you, so you can use it any way you want.
A little bit backfired on you there.
Yeah, a little bit. Turning your rad dude sideways.
Yeah, swinging in with the token. Just trying to get you to combo away a little bit more because I don't want to deal 3 damage to you and give you 3 more cards in your hand when I start triple striking you later in the turn, which is pretty clear that's what I'm going to do by leaving 2 up here. That was misunderstanding the energy cost, but we figured it out.
Yeah, we got it. Brush attack Vegeta. This card's nutty. I could have, in this case, comboed out of it, but you were just going to be able to restand it and then double strike me and then get another neg and just neg something out. So I decided to go ahead and burn the Goku Black just to just get rid of it. Which this Goku Black is fantastic. if you're playing blue, get you a playset and just play them in every deck because it's fantastic. It is especially good here because of how many cards you're already playing during the battle step, and it's a double strike that draw ones and remove something for 1 energy, and it's at battle speed, which is nuts.
And it's a 0/5, and it's literally my favorite card out of the most recent anniversary box.
Mm-hmm. And of course, Syn Shenron's going to play big Syn Shenrons. That's nothing new. So I know you still have leader effect to play another one for free by removing 6 balls. And looking at my hand, I have the ability to combo out. And this was kind of a risky gamble I made because I have 1 extra card in my hand that I cannot do anything with at all. And if you don't know, Gohan's lead is that once you go below 3 cards in your hand, you can activate main to draw up to 3 cards. Or activate battle, main/battle. So the strategy would be to dump hand, activate, draw 2, and then combo the rest out. But I chose to gamble here on because I knew I was going to get triple strike twice. I was like, I will just take the first one, and then I pretty much have a guaranteed combo out. And by guarantee, I mean I'm going to draw into 2 more extra cards and lock myself at 3 cards no matter what, and there's 0 ways that I can combo out. And you just went and started throwing super combos, and I was like, that's it on me. Like, we're good. I was like, I wouldn't have been able to combo with those cards anyway. So yeah, it was game either way, but I should have not taken that harsh of a gamble. And this match taught me a lot about how I should build my future iterations of Gohan, where I shouldn't put extra cards in the deck that I can't do anything with, or that are so narrow that they will be stuck in my hand for a long time. And I need an outlet to get rid of those. So in a future profile, eventually, maybe one day, if I get around to it, you will see those texts to deal with extra cards because they're worth running, but they're sometimes annoying because they get stuck in your hand and lose you the game.
Yeah, it's exactly what Nick said through our match. He's like, I sided out extra cards, I still got too many in my hand. So that is definitely a minus to the deck that could occur. Also, I mean, kudos to Jake. You did win this past weekend. Good job playing against the meta and choosing a good deck where I just play Jake ass shit, like always. Lead us out, please.
Remember to read your cards, know your plays, let us make the mistakes so that you don't have to, and fluff out.